This is Fred Rowe from Sierra Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. I've been teaching, guiding, riding, and lecturing on the Eastern Sierras since 1982. Well, let's get to this week's fly fishing report for November 7th to the 13th. Hard to believe we're into November already, and it's definitely turned into fall. It's cold out there, it's weather, like we're seeing storms kind of blow through the area, a few nice warm days, a few cold days out there. Definitely don't go anywhere without your jacket. Speaking of without your jacket, Upper Owens River, well, we're still looking for the big trophy trout up there, but it's cold. I'm wearing my jacket or my sweatshirt every day up there right now. And where am I looking for those big trophy trout? In the Upper Owens River, in the deep holes, deep runs, and in the cut banks. Got to cover a lot of water to find the few trophy trout that are in the river right now. And what are we fishing for? Well, we're fishing big nymphs for them in those areas. And what nymphs am I using? Well, I like to use the stoner nymph, the green gold wire prince nymph, also like a copper john. We use variations of the gold ribbed hares here, and we use those in size 12 and 14. Then for the regular fish, like your 3-inch to 12-inch fish, we're fishing dry flies, elk hair caddis, and blueing olives. We're using the elk hair in a 16 and the bluing in a size 20. And then we're nymphing with olive quilligons in a size 18, and then the beadhead flashback pheasant tail in a size 18. Over to Hawk Creek. Bluing olive hatch is really what we're starting to fish now. In the canyon, I'm using a dry and a dropper, size 16. Adam's parachute is what I like to fish with because some bigger fish will come up and take that fly. And then underneath, I'm using the olive quilligon in a size 18. I'm using the beadhead flashback pheasant tail in a size 18. And then I'm using midges in a size 18 or a 20. And we're using tiger, blood midges, and zebra midges. All right, Crawley Lake. This time of the year, float tubing it is real good, but I like fishing from shore, particular over in Whiskey Bay. But remember, Crawley Lake closes to trout fishing on November 15th. Okay, what are we fishing in there? There's one time I really like pulling streamers. So I'm using a full sink, both in the float tube and from shore, and I'm using balanced perch imitations. Then I'm also using olive and black slump busters, and also olive and black woolly buggers. And guess what? We're getting some big fish fishing offshore, stripping, letting it sink down. I've been letting it sink down pretty deep, stripping back, and we're getting hit that way. Okay, let's talk about the lower Owens River. Flows are up to 450, way too high to safely wade. There's a few spots you can fish from the banks, but for the most part, it's too hard to fish from the bank. I wait till it gets under 300 CFS, and we're expecting that to happen sometime around the 15th of November. So soon, but not quite yet. Okay, Bishop Creek Canal, it's fishing okay. The water's dropped down. It's real spooky. So if you can cast 30, 40 feet and not spook the fish, you're gonna catch them. Seeing a lot of stock and wild fish in there because the water's so low. That's how I know I'm spooking them. And I'm fishing a dry fly with a dropper so I don't spook as many fish. And what am I fishing with? Well, the Adam's parachute on top, and then I'm using a size 18 beadhead flashback pheasant tail. I'm also using the size 18 olive quilligon, and also size 18 or 20 midges, tiger, zebra, and blood midges. Well, that's been this week's fly fishing report, brought to you by Fred Rowe from Sierra Bright Dot. I can be found every Tuesday at Mahogany Smoked Meats, and also on Instagram, Facebook, and my favorite, lpptv.us.